Significance of these decisions: these landmark decisions are not mere verdicts. They are pivotal moments in India's legal history. They have the power to redefine rights, rectify wrongs, and reform institutions. They are the crystallization of justice, embodying the hopes and aspirations of a democratic nation. In this post, we will deep dive into selected cases that have left an indelible mark on Indian law and society. Through meticulous analysis, we aim to unravel the legal intricacies, contextual significance, and enduring effects of these judgments. Uncovering the legal tapestry as we navigate through these cases, we will unveil the intricate threads of legal reasoning, precedent, and interpretation that make up India's judicial tapestry. Our objective is to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of the pivotal role that these Supreme Court decisions play in shaping the legal landscape of the world's largest democracy. So let us embark on this intellectual voyage as we journey through the corridors of justice and examine the transformative impact of landmark Supreme Court decisions on the fabric of India's legal system and society as a whole. To truly appreciate the significance of landmark Supreme Court decisions, we must first understand the unique role that the Supreme Court of India plays within the nation's legal framework. Overview of the Supreme Court: as the highest judicial authority in India, the Supreme Court occupies a position of paramount importance. Established under the Constitution of India, it serves as the guardian of justice, entrusted with the duty of interpreting the Constitution and ensuring the application of laws across the country. The apex of judicial hierarchy, the Supreme Court stands atop the hierarchy of Indian courts, with its judgments binding on all lower courts and authorities. Its decisions not only influence legal proceedings, but also provide authoritative interpretations of constitutional provisions, statutes, and legal principles. Guardian of constitutional values: one of the Supreme Court's most crucial functions is safeguarding the principles enshrined in the Constitution of India. It acts as a custodian of fundamental rights, ensuring their protection and upholding the values of justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Importance of judicial precedent: central to the Supreme Court's role is the doctrine of judicial precedent, also known as stare decisis. This doctrine holds that decisions made in earlier cases should serve as binding precedents for future cases with similar legal issues. The importance of this doctrine cannot be overstated in the Indian legal system. Setting legal precedents through its decisions, the Supreme Court establishes legal precedents that guide lower courts and legal practitioners in their interpretation and application of the law. These precedents form the foundation of consistency, predictability, and fairness in the Indian judicial system. Interpreting the Constitution: the Supreme Court's interpretations of the Indian Constitution shape the nation's constitutional jurisprudence. Its pronouncements on fundamental rights, separation of powers, and federalism profoundly impact the relationship between the government and citizens. Before we proceed on our exploration of specific landmark Supreme Court decisions, it's essential to grasp the criteria that qualify a decision as landmark. Additionally, we'll shed light on the criteria we've used to select the cases for discussion in this blog post. Defining landmark decisions: a landmark Supreme Court decision is not merely a judgment of historical significance, but one that fundamentally alters the legal landscape, redefines legal principles, and resonates with the broader societal context. These decisions have the power to shape the course of law, influence subsequent rulings, and impact the lives of citizens. Criteria for landmark status: precedent setting. Landmark decisions often establish new legal precedents or significantly reinterpret existing ones. They create a framework for future cases to follow and become points of reference in legal practice. Societal impact: these judgments transcend the courtroom, addressing critical societal issues or controversies. They may address issues related to human rights, civil liberties, social justice, or governance. Legal complexity: landmark decisions often involve complex legal questions or constitutional interpretations that challenge existing norms. They require the Supreme Court to grapple with intricate legal doctrines and principles. Widespread significance: these decisions have a far-reaching impact, affecting a broad spectrum of the population or legal professionals. They may alter the rights and responsibilities of citizens, governments, or institutions. In this blog post, we have carefully selected cases that exemplify these criteria for landmark landmark status. Now let's examine these pivotal moments in Indian legal history and their enduring significance. Landmark cases of Supreme Court of India. Here are a few landmark Supreme Court decisions that have significantly impacted Indian jurisprudence and society. 1. Kesavananda Bharati v. State of Kerala, 1973. This landmark case established the doctrine of the basic structure of the Constitution. It held that while Parliament has the power to amend the Constitution, it cannot alter its basic structure. This decision profoundly influenced constitutional law in India. 2. Maneka Gandhi v. Union of India, 1978. In this case, the Supreme Court expanded the scope of the right to personal liberty under Article 21 of the Constitution. It ruled that the procedure established by law must be fair and reasonable, leading to greater protection of individual rights. 3. Vishaka v. State of Rajasthan, 1997. This decision laid down guidelines to prevent and address sexual harassment in the workplace, filling a legislative void. It had a profound impact on women's rights and workplace safety in India. 4. M.C. Mehta v. Union of India, 1987. Also known as the oleum gas leak case, this judgment led to the creation of the concept of absolute liability in environmental law. It held industries strictly liable for environmental damage and marked a significant shift in environmental jurisprudence. 5. Navtej Singh Johar v. Union of India, 2018. This case decriminalized consensual homosexual activity, striking down Section 377 of the Indian Penal Code. It was a landmark moment for LGBTQ+ rights in India. 6. Adar case, Justice K.S. Puttaswamy v. Union of India, 2018. The Supreme Court upheld the right to privacy as a fundamental right and placed restrictions on the use of Adar, the National Biometric Identification System, safeguarding individuals' data privacy. 7. S.R. Bommai v. Union of India, 1994. This judgment clarified the principles of federalism in India and established the power of the court to review the imposition of president's rule in states, protecting the autonomy of state governments. 8. Indian Young Lawyers Association v. State of Kerala, 2018. The Supreme Court lifted the ban on the entry of women of menstruating age into the Sabarimala temple, marking a significant step toward gender equality in religious practices. 9. Indira Gandhi v. Raj Narain, 1975. This case led to the landmark judgment that declared the election of then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi invalid due to electoral malpractices, setting an important precedent for electoral integrity. 10. Lalita Kumari v. Government of UP, 2014. In this case, the court laid down guidelines for the registration of first information reports, FIRs, in criminal cases, ensuring better access to justice for victims. These cases represent just a fraction of the significant decisions delivered by the Supreme Court of India. Each of them has played a huge role in shaping the legal and social landscape of the country. As we conclude our deep dive into landmark Supreme Court decisions in India, it's essential to reflect on the enduring legacy these judgments have left on Indian society, governance, and the pursuit of justice. These decisions have not only shaped the legal landscape, but have also had a profound and lasting impact on the nation as a whole. Impact on Indian society. The legacy of landmark Supreme Court decisions extends to Indian society in several ways. Social progress. Many of these rulings have catalyzed social progress by challenging discriminatory practices, promoting equality, and empowering marginalized communities. They have contributed to reshaping societal norms and attitudes. Access to justice. By ensuring fair and impartial access to justice, these judgments have made the legal system more accessible to ordinary citizens. They have instilled confidence in the legal process and encouraged individuals to assert their rights. Awareness and advocacy. Landmark decisions have raised awareness about critical issues such as environmental protection, gender equality, and the rights of vulnerable populations. They have inspired advocacy efforts and grassroots movements dedicated to these causes. Impact on governance. The influence of these decisions on governance and the functioning of state institutions is noteworthy. Government accountability. Landmark cases have held the government and its agencies accountable for their actions. They have reinforced the principle that governmental authority must be exercised within the bounds of the Constitution and the rule of law. Legislative reforms. Some judgments have triggered legislative reforms to align existing laws with constitutional principles. They have prompted lawmakers to address gaps and ambiguities in the legal framework. Checks and balances. These decisions have contributed to the maintenance of checks and balances in Indian democracy. They serve as a reminder that no branch of government is above the law and that each must function in harmony with the Constitution. Impact on the pursuit of justice. The legacy of landmark decisions also extends to the pursuit of justice within the Indian legal system. Precedent and jurisprudence. These judgments have become integral parts of Indian jurisprudence, serving as guiding precedents for future cases. Subsequent judgments often reference and build upon the principles established in these landmark rulings. Judicial independence. The court's willingness to uphold fundamental rights and the rule of law underscores the importance of judicial independence. It reaffirms the judiciary's role as the guardian of the Constitution. Legal education. Landmark cases are frequently studied in legal education and have become essential learning material for law students. They contribute to the development of legal reasoning and critical thinking skills. In closing, the legacy of landmark Supreme Court decisions in India is a testament to the transformative power of the judiciary. These rulings have not only safeguarded fundamental rights, but have also shaped the nation's trajectory towards a more just, equitable, and democratic society. They continue to serve as beacons of justice and sources of inspiration for future generations of lawyers, activists, and citizens committed to upholding the principles enshrined in the Indian Constitution. In this comprehensive exploration of landmark Supreme Court decisions in India, we've embarked on a journey through the annals of Indian legal history. These decisions are not mere footnotes in jurisprudence. They are powerful chapters that have profoundly impacted the nation's society, governance, and pursuit of justice. As we conclude our deep dive, it's crucial to distill the key takeaways and emphasize the overarching significance of these landmark rulings. We invite you to reflect on the complexities of the judicial process and the far-reaching consequences it entails. Key takeaways. Guardians of justice. The Supreme Court of India stands as the ultimate guardian of justice and the custodian of the Indian Constitution. Through its landmark decisions, it has consistently upheld the principles of equality, justice, and fundamental rights. Society's transformation. These decisions have been catalysts for transformative change in Indian society. They have dismantled age-old prejudices, challenged discriminatory practices, and championed the rights of the marginalized. Government accountability. The judiciary's role in holding the government accountable is essential. Landmark judgments have ensured that government actions are in line with constitutional principles, reinforcing the rule of law. Legacy and precedent. The legacy of these decisions endures in the form of legal precedent. Subsequent judgments often draw from the principles established in these landmark rulings, shaping the course of Indian jurisprudence. Citizen empowerment. These decisions have empowered citizens to assert their rights and seek justice. They have fostered a culture of legal awareness and advocacy among the Indian populace. Appreciating complexity and consequence. The judicial process is inherently complex, reflecting the nuances of legal interpretation and the delicate balance between rights and responsibilities. The consequences of judicial decisions extend far beyond the courtroom, influencing the very fabric of society and governance. As we celebrate the enduring impact of landmark Supreme Court decisions, we invite you to appreciate the tireless efforts of judges, lawyers, and citizens who have contributed to shaping India's legal landscape. We recognize the importance of an impartial, fearless judiciary in upholding the ideals of democracy and justice. May these landmark decisions serve as a reminder of the enduring power of the law to effect positive change. They stand as a testament to the evolving nature of Indian jurisprudence and the resilience of a nation committed to the principles enshrined in its constitution. In this ever-evolving legal journey, we hope you continue to explore, question, and engage with the complexities of the judicial process. For it is through this engagement that the true promise of justice and equality is realized.